What if I told you that this show, I'm Quitting Heroine, has the potential to surpass the father of isekai, Mushoku Tensei? Most of you will not believe it, but for those who cannot decide which one is right, you should be proud of yourself because you have made the biggest mistake in your life. Absolutely, that's not true. But to be honest, this show can be one of the great power fantasy show, at least for me. Hello there, I'm Grish, the guy who always make a short review on a certain anime because of some circumstances. Today, I would like to talk about Yusha Yamimasu. In this show, we have a world that are completely original than any other show. Two type of character that we never seen in any other anime, Yusha and Mao. Yep. I'm pretty sure I never ever in my life hearing this type of character in any other show. And I also confident that you cannot tell me just one single anime that pretty similar with it. This is a show that our Yusha got betrayed by humanity after defeating the Demon Queen. He went back to her, make a presentation, technically to find a new job. Sounds stupid, right? But that's the premise of it. When I first heard the concept of the show, I thought it was a pretty good and unique idea. You know, making all the humanity lost their trust on Yusha. If we just consider it in the anime only, then yes, it's unique. What's going on? But in the manga world, there's a lot of it. The reason why I even mentioning this is because an original or unique idea can make a show good.
So Grace, you want to tell us that certain show can be good because it has copy in it? You want to tell us that Black Clover...
No. If a specific show have the same concept with other show, they need to make it different in some part and they really need to make it good. Cannot make it sound more obvious. If not, anime fan will just call it as a copy or myth. Just an information, there is another manga that pretty similar in concept of the show but a lot more brutal. The manga called Fukusho Okainagao Saikyo Yusha. This is how you write it. The reason why I think this show can be a great power fantasy show because it has a good character development and a clear plot. Let's start with the character development. In this show, there is just a few characters that are really important in it. We have the Yusha, Mao, and all her generals. All of these characters got his own episode to let us know who he or she is. The show did not introduce them and just neglect it like any other show. We got to know their habit, problem, and what's so unique about them. This is a tsundere onasan, stupid narcissism, and annoying loli, and assassin that make me confused what gender he or she is. But I wonder why this show do not make the same thing to Mao. In the early phase of the series, we know Yusha as a perfect human being, but as the story progresses, we know that he is just a broke, lonely, depressed, and single guy like you. The character development is not like top tier one, but we got to know them just in a few episodes. For me, it is okay for power fantasy trash anime. Before I move on to the plot aspect, I want to ask how much power fantasy or isekai show that got a clear and good plot at the same time. Yes, just a few. But if a certain show have it, most of the time it's not really that interesting. Spoiler, we know that Yusha is powerful person, but why he's so strong is what make this show really hook me in. Oh, maybe he trained so hard, maybe he got superior item, or maybe he is just another talented person like other power fantasy trash anime show. Surprise, surprise, it is because he is an ancient machine working for humanity to eliminate all of the demons. This guy is 3000 years old and can learn so fast that he barely remember what he even learned. As a whip that watch a lot of power fantasy show, it's quite rare to see this type of show make such a good plot in it. I'm not telling you guys it is the best one, but it is good for power fantasy trash anime. Hope you guys understand. Personally, I think they can end the story in the last episode of it and it's gonna make me so satisfied. But of course, they're not gonna do it. For me, Yusha Yamimasu is not really that good.
You serious right now, bro?
But it is a cliche show that put a little bit thing causing me to like it even more. If you say this show is cliche, yes, I agree, I will not deny it. But it's a show that bring me the excitement feeling again after a quiet long time. Maybe I'm just too obsessed about it, but who knows? What does matter is, do you enjoy it or not? By the way, it's a me. Now we have done the video. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe if you didn't want me to quit YouTube too early. Check my other video about my talk on a certain show. Comment down below what you'd like me to do in the future. I'm Grish and I'll see you guys in the next one.